defect. Moving from virtual reality into mixed reality, I'm going to be showing you a case of a patient who had undergone multiple heart surgeries already. And to keep this simple, essentially the patient had several problems. One is a very large pseudoaneurysm that was arising from this patient's aorta. The patient also had a single ventricle, and the configuration was that the superior vena cava was connected to the pulmonary arteries. And they had developed clots in the pulmonary arteries, which I'm showing in this dark material here. And in the past, the PAs had been replaced with a graft, but unfortunately, the patient arrived arresting with poor ventricular function and with seizures. And what we showed is that there's a lot of clot inside this large pseudoaneurysm that'll need to be resected. This graft here needs to be taken care of. And there's also a clot inside the patient's aorta, which is right by the coronary arteries that needs to be addressed. This is just a CT scan I'm showing, nothing exotic here, but we put this patient's entire CT into our mixed reality viewing system to very rapidly plan for this case because we did not have time to make an elegant detailed 3D model that would take at least several hours. So this is something I threw onto my computer. This is the Mixed Reality EcoPixel product. It's very easy to use because all you really need is the computer and 3D glasses. You can scroll through different types of visualization modes. So here I'm showing the lungs where the patient has a necrotizing pneumonia. And then you can basically cut through the heart this way as if it's a digital scalpel and you have a cut plane that you're cutting through. Here, I'm basically labeling for the surgeons the areas that they need to intervene with that LPA graft that's clotted, the large pseudoaneurysm, the coronary artery. I mean, this is just a minefield. We gave the family a 50% chance of death in the OR. And so, very high risk surgery. So I took this model, this plan, I put the video on my laptop and just took the laptop to the OR and just talked about it right there. And after a pretty quick planning session with the surgeons, this is what they found. This is the pseudoaneurysm and the clot inside it that they resected. This is the LPA graft, just like we had shown. And this is the clot inside the coronary artery. All went according to plan. The patient made it out of the OR. Thankfully, the cardiac function recovered and she left our hospital in 2 weeks. And when she had come in, we had a very grim prognosis for this patient, but thankfully she had a really good outcome. So that was an application of mixed reality.